Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Hi, my name is Ania, and today we're going to be planning for the month of October. I can't believe it's finally spooky season. I'm so excited. It's a whole vibe. Everything from the sweaters, the pajamas, the hot chocolate, pumpkin spice everything. Truly is my favorite time of year. When I was coming up with a theme for this month, I really wanted to do something very Halloween inspired because I'm very excited for Halloween. First of all, raise your hand if you're gonna have a Halloween movie marathon. If you didn't raise your hand, you're not being honest. It's the perfect time to watch scary movies or to watch feel-good movies. You could really kind of watch whatever you want to, I guess. But I love scary movies. I'm a huge horror movie fan, so I definitely will be watching a ton of scary movies this upcoming Halloween season. I know that trick-or-treating is kind of quote-unquote banned in some places, so that's going to be very interesting because I usually go trick-or-treating with my siblings and my boyfriend, and that's what we did last year, and it was a lot of fun. But it's probably not a great time to be going door to door collecting candy. You know what I mean? The world is kind of in a crisis right now. But that's usually one of the big things that I love. Also, going to a pumpkin patch. They're just so much fun. I went to a pumpkin patch for the first time last year and picked out my own pumpkin, and I was so excited about it. And I kept the pumpkin in my room the entirety of fall, a little bit into winter, not gonna lie, until I switched out for Christmas. But we're not worried about Christmas right now because the best holiday is coming up very shortly. In this theme, I show a lot of me making kind of some of the mistakes that I was making. I knew what I wanted it to come out as, but as I was going through making the theme, it just really wasn't panning out the way that I wanted to. And so I kind of am a little bit defeated as I'm filming this video. I also had a lot going on. There was so much that I wanted to get done that I just felt like I couldn't get everything done. I kind of would get little sparks of creativity and then I would lose them. So it was a little bit of a rough day. This was a little bit of a rough film, but at the end of the day, I feel like this usually happens. I end up enjoying how it comes out. I end up finding something good about it, and at the end of the day, it ends up being functional. I feel like I say this every month, but your bullet journal needs to be functional first and foremost. So even if you try a new spread and it doesn't really pan out the way you want it to, just keep going because you still have next month to try again and get it right, or do something even better than you thought you were gonna do. And at the end, it's fine. It's cute. It's a little bit cheesy, but it's okay. Everybody has their own thing. Somebody's gonna enjoy it. And I hope this gives you guys some inspiration if you're in a rut, because being in a creative rut is very difficult, for me included. And we're just gonna push through and we're gonna get through it together. So it's all good. I would like to say though, if fall is your favorite season, just leave a comment down below and let me know so I know you watched this video. And if fall's not your favorite season, then tell me what your favorite season is and then tell me why. I know a lot of people lay for the summer, but I'm just like, it's too hot. I can't, especially, climate change, the planet's getting warmer. I can't handle the heat, okay? I prefer it to be cold so I can blankets and candles going and, big Christmas pajamas and stuff like that. I'm all for that vibe. I don't really vibe with the heat. You can only go to the beach so many times, and during this time, most of the beaches, at least where I live, are closed anyway. So I don't have that option to cool down by the beach and live my best summer life. It's just hot. And also, because I work full time, I'm working throughout the summer. Anyway, let me cut the rant. But yeah, I just have a lot of reasons for why I love the fall season. The leaves change colors. That's one of the most beautiful things ever. It's such a calming atmosphere in the fall. I don't know. And I guess I live in an area where there's a lot of animals that live around me. So there's deer here, we have turkeys. There's an apartment complex that just has a ton of peacocks. They just live there. It's crazy. And there's like farmland, so there's a lot of farm animals that I get to see. And so I just like being able to enjoy all of that during this time. It makes me think about it the most. And yeah, I don't know. It's, it's just one of those things, I guess. So I guess I should probably talk about what I'm doing in my bullet journal, right? I guess the main thing is I just don't want to seem like a broken record. I want to give people inspiration. I want people to enjoy these videos, but I don't want to say the same thing like over and over again. So I'm doing my best. However, right now we're making my habit tracker and my workout tracker. Now, not much has changed in these spreads besides the fact that I changed the orientation of like the day and their corresponding activity because I really wanted to fit this cute little haunted house in there. And I was like, how am I going to do that? And then I was like, well, why don't I just switch it and make more room at the bottom, and then I can actually decorate this page a little bit more. And also, while looking at it face down, I wanted it to make sense. Like last month, I kind of put it the way the page is laid out, so everything is laid out like vertically, but I was like, yeah, but see, when I go and I open it and I just have it like the way a bullet journal is open, it doesn't really make sense in my brain that the decoration is sideways. So this month I was like, okay, let me put it straight up, and I think it looks really cute. So I was really excited about that. You guys will also see the sticker sheets that I'm using pop in and out of the video here and there. I was just having a rough day, so I completely forgot to take a picture of them before I started using them. And then by the time I realized, oh, I'm supposed to take a picture of these, most of the stickers were already gone. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to let this one go. But as you guys know, I create these stickers in Procreate and then I print them out, and then I have a Cricut machine, so I use my Cricut machine to cut out the stickers, and then from there I just put them in my bullet journal. So I had a lot of fun this month drawing all of the pumpkins, drawing all the little ghosts, the haunted house, and just getting all this inspiration for all these things. It was a lot of fun because it just kind of started to get me in this Halloween spirit. But other than that, nothing else in the spread has really changed. I still have all the same habits that I'm tracking. I'm still tracking my sleep in the same way. Everything's good as far as that goes. There is something that I wanted to talk about because I feel like a lot of people experience this and people don't really talk about it. Or maybe they do. I shouldn't say that. But what I wanted to talk about is the fact that I noticed last month that I was really not using my bullet journal in the way that I normally use it. It's supposed to keep me productive, on track, and I write down my tasks in my bullet journal and then I'm able to get them done. But I wasn't doing that. I was going back after the fact and writing in everything, and I was like, well, I really feel like I'm not using my bullet journal in the same way, and I wonder why that is. I was really stressed out because of school and keeping track of all of my assignments and then trying to keep track of YouTube, trying to post on Instagram. I kind of overwhelmed myself in a really negative way, and I felt like there's no time. I don't have time to do everything, so I have to give up something. And so I really been working on trying to figure out, okay, let's take a step back. You do have time. You have time to do everything you want to do. It's just about how you manage that time. So that's kind of what I've been working through, and I realized, well, I need to just sit down with my bullet journal as soon as I get home from work, plan out what I want to get done that day, and then go into getting my tasks done. And I realized that actually helped me get through the rut I was in a lot, because it just is a staple. Like, okay, I'm gonna open my bullet journal as soon as I get home. I'm gonna write down everything I want to do, and that way I can go through and check off things as I'm doing it, which I feel like a lot of people use a to-do list or a bullet journal for. You want to keep track of all your tasks in the moment or in the future. But when you're doing it in the moment, you wake up, what you have to get done, and then you can get that done, and then you can check it off at the end of the day. But I wasn't writing in it at all. It was just, I kind of go through my day, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, oh crap, I have to update my bullet journal. And then I would go to update, and I'm like, well, I didn't even put anything here, so what did I do today? Then I'm thinking, okay, now I have to remember what I did today. Oh, I did this, I did that. And then I'm just adding it. And I'm like, well, it kind of feels redundant at this point because I've already completed all my tasks and I'm just writing in here to make it seem as though I'm using it, but I'm actually not. So I hope you guys are doing okay this semester. I know that as much as I tried to prepare, I had such a rough start to the semester. I was finding it so difficult to balance work in 3 classes and also be inspired to post on Instagram and do YouTube. And so I missed a couple days that I would normally post on Instagram, and I'm sorry about that. It kind of just slipped my mind. You just get into those moments where you feel like I have so much to do that I can't do it all. Like, I'm not superwoman, And so that's what I have kind of been going through, but I'm getting into a place where I'm starting to find the balance, and I'm very excited about it. I'm just getting to a place where I figured out, okay, if I lay it out like this and I schedule my week around the biggest thing, then I'm kind of able to give myself the time that I need, not only for all the things that I am trying to do right now, but also for some self-care. Sometimes you just need a mental break. You just need to stop doing what you're doing and be like, okay, I'm walking away from it right now. I'll come back to it when I'm mentally ready to tackle that. And I really struggle with that because when I start something, I kind of just want to finish it. And when I am not able to finish it, or if I set a time and I'm not able to get it done in that time, I kind of get a little self-deprecating. It's a little bit, I need to just chill out sometimes. And I think it's because self-care is such a weird thing. Like, there's things you should do that are self-care things, but then you just feel like, oh, I'm just going to put it off. I'll have a self-care day and I'm just going to put it off. And then you never end up doing anything for yourself. And you need to create that time. Even if it's only a little bit of time, even if it's only in between tasks, you need to do stuff for you. And so that's why you'll see as we come to the weekly setup, I actually included a fall self-care checklist. So I'm basically going to write some things down that I do or that I can do to take care of myself so that when I'm feeling stressed out this month, I will actually be able to just look at that list and be like, okay, I'm feeling stressed out. What do I want to do today? Do I want to go for a walk? Do I want to make a cup of hot chocolate? Do I want to make a cup of tea? Etc., etc. Anything you can think of. And I would advise you guys to do this too. This year has been insane. And personally, it's been one of the hardest years that I've had to go through as well. So you just have to take the good with the bad. You have to just try and get through the day. And I feel like taking it day by day and just getting through the day is so important right now. It's easy to get lost in the future and what's going to happen next. And it is good to plan for the future. I'm somebody who enjoys planning for the future and trying to put myself ahead. But right now, we just really need to focus on, like, am I okay right now? Am I able to get through the day right now? It's a little bit of a hard thing to do, but we got to do it because we have to be okay first. So I really hope you guys are pushing through. I hope that whoever needed to hear this is hearing it. And I hope that we're able to just keep going. I hope that we're able to push past such a difficult year and come out better for it on the other side. I know there's so much going on that is hurting people, and I can't pretend like the pain is going to go away anytime soon. It really isn't. It's going to be with us for a long time, but knowing how to manage our stress can really improve our mental health. So, just keep going, guys. Keep going. I'm right there with you. We are all struggling right now, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So right now I'm setting up my semester at a glance and my monthly goals. And I have to say, these are probably 2 of my favorite pages in the whole spread, besides the habit tracker. I just think that I was kind of feeling really iffy about this spread as I was going through it, this whole journal. And once I got to these 2 pages, I was like, wait a minute. I actually really like how they came out. They're very, cute. I feel like they're cohesive, which was nice. And it kind of also just reminded me that, like, okay, I have these goals, and yeah, it's good to have goals, but like, you'll actually see one of the things that I wrote down was just like, take breaks and be patient with yourself, you know, make sure you breathe. Something along those lines that I put there. And yeah, it's something that we all definitely need to remember to do. Is just take a deep breath, relax, breathe, you know. Anyway. So the next pages that we're going to be doing are my ideal weekly routine and my gratitude log. I decided to try something new with the weekly routine, although, I mean, I guess really not really, like, it's just a different layout for it. Whoops. And I actually made a mistake here, but I guess it kind of ended up working out okay in the end. I say that very hesitantly, but I had all these pumpkins that I had drawn, and I was going to use the pumpkins like in the middle of the boxes, and then I was going to write, you know, the day on the pumpkin. Well, I ended up using all the pumpkins in different spreads and totally forgot that I was saving them for this. So I had done these phases of the moon. So I felt like, well, why don't I just use the phases of the moon to do this? Now, this was actually my original idea before I even created the spread, but I thought they were going to be too big. But they actually ended up kind of working out. Now, bear with me for this one because it looks a little funky. Like, it looks a little crazy right now. But well, I went through and filled it in off camera, and it actually looks so much better when there's actual, like, text under there. It kind of, like, pulls the page together. So I know you're probably looking at this thinking like, oh, Ania, what'd you do? Like, what happened? But trust me, it looks a lot better once the information is there. And if you would like to see that, I'll be posting that on Instagram. So make sure you follow my Instagram. It's at A is for Ania, and it'll be popping up on the screen pretty soon if it hasn't already. So make sure you follow my Instagram. I post on there 3 times a week, or at least I try, but just be patient with me because I'm still in school and I'm still working full time, so I'm a busy girl. But yeah, if you ever like to see more of my bullet journal and, you know, see what I'm up to, you can always check my Instagram. So, shameless plug. All right, this is our first week of the month that I'm setting up right now. And I mean, to be honest, it's not really anything special. It's what I do for all of my weeklies. But as I said in my last video, it's a layout that really works for me. I really enjoy it. I'm able to have the space that I need. I'm able to do everything I need to do during the week with this layout. And now that I'm actually using my bullet journal in the way that I intended it to be used, it's been pretty nice to have the space that I need for all of the tasks that I have throughout the month. So yeah. So I want to know what your favorite season is, as I said in the beginning, but I also want to know what's your favorite fall/Halloween movie. I can't really decide. It's hard because I feel like I've watched so many different movies and there's so many that I like, but actually one of my favorite horror movie franchises is Insidious, if you're curious. It scared the crap out of me the first time I watched it, but it's actually a really good movie and the story is actually very interesting. So that's for me, but I wonder what you guys like. And if you don't like scary movies, like, feel free to not pick a horror movie. Like, I get it, not everybody's into that genre. You can pick whatever you want. Drama, comedy, thriller, whatever. I mean, I'm really not picky, but like I said, I'm just a really big fan of horror movies. So if you do have a favorite horror movie, I would love to know what it is, and maybe I can add it to my list. So right now I'm actually coming back and fixing my calendar because let me tell you guys, I really did not like it. I was looking at it and I was like, you know what, this is not it. This doesn't work for me. Like, it felt too cartoony and not really the vibe I was going for. So I decided to add a piece of black paper to the top. You know, this is normal. We know who she is. And it just made it 10 times better for me. I don't know if it makes a difference for you guys, but for me, I felt like it really needed this because I just was not, the vibe wasn't there. It was lost. And then I also add like a random full moon to this page as well. I don't really know if that adds to the vibe, but I was just like, you know what? I was thinking about just decorating the entire top part, but I didn't end up doing that. So now we've come to the flip through, and this is how it ended up coming together. And you know what? Now that I'm getting a second look, I guess it really didn't come out that bad. I did go and add a few more decorations off camera, so if you would like to see them, definitely go follow my Instagram. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to answer the questions in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.